my video.
It's okay. You have a minute. Oh, we're live. Hi, everybody. I'm here tonight with my partner in crime, Andra, the traveling
Hey, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. You want to do the roll call?
Yeah, I see Carol, Misha, Joe, Yolanda, Maybell. Did I say Misha? Wendy, Robin. Hey, Robin, you got, I have to say it because some of my, Detroit, the Michigan people in here. How about them Lions right now? Sorry, back to roll call. Hey, Wendy, all the way out there on the West Coast. Hey, Lisa. Let's see who else. Hey, Girl Mama Budgets, Amy, Jason's here, Charity, Gretchen. Hey, everybody. Hey, Shar. Okay, that's the end of what I see.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Bates Budgets. Oh, my gosh. Go Lions. You're all killing me. Killing me. Do I have anybody on my side? I know they're getting whooped. They're getting whooped.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Season's not even near over. Not even near. I was actually, you know how Google sends you past photos 5 years ago, 4 years ago, blah, blah, blah. And it just sent me a bunch of photos from 4 years ago. I was at the Jet game with my brother for the Dallas Cowboy Jet game. So all those memories just popped up on my timeline. So I was loving it. And the best was I got Texas 7 years ago. So Texas is 7, and he's been with me for 7 years now.
Happy dog-iversary.
Yes. And it's so funny. He came in here, and I'm like, I've been your mommy for 7 years, and he just starts shaking. Oh my gosh, my other partner in crime just showed up. Do you all see who's here?
Hey, Lake and Bacon. Yes, hey, Steph.
Budget with Mama Bear is here. Steph, I'm gonna talk about you. So Steph and I got to talk today, and you know that the 100th episode of The Hop is Tuesday. So Steph and I were collaborating for 2025 for the Hop stuff, which is coming to you on Tuesday. She and I literally were on the phone and we're designing and we're both talking to each other. And she's like, what do you think of that? Do this. And I'm like, okay, I like that. What about this? And let me tell you something. The partnership was 50-50. And I worked so amazingly with her. And honestly, Steph, I think when I see you, I'm tackling you. I think I'm going to tackle you, just so you know. I'm going to grab you, hug you, and we're probably going to fall to the floor laughing because the connection is so real.
Aw, that's so sweet.
It was good. So her and I were together today, and we were working for all of us. So I wanted to give her a platform.
That's so sweet. She's laughing.
She's laughing at me, but she knows it's true. She's like, oh, man. I don't lie. Okay, yep.
Hey, Bev. Hey, Carol. Hey, Tanya. We got
Bev.
some more people
Hi, Tanya. Oh, my God, Jess.
Cecilia.
Oh, my God. So tonight we're going to talk about a bunch of different things. Now, it's so funny that Steph showed up tonight, Budget with Mama Bear, because do you see my book? She gifted this to me. This is one of 2 books that she gifted me. And I've decided that I'm going to take this book because, I'm a book junkie. And I am going to make this all about the lives and the minutes to the lives, basically. So if it happens on a live, and I need to refer back to it, I'm coming to this book. So it's not about being neat. It's not about being organized. It's about jotting down notes, highlighting, marking, underlining, asterisk it, but I just want to say I'm using this, and we're going to keep track of things that go on here, because I feel like sometimes we say it and I forget it, and then we don't come back to it. And that's where Miss Andra and I had a huge conversation yesterday. We see our YouTube life isn't just about making videos. And I'm going to give a shout out to so many of the people that have channels. You think that we do a video and we're one and done, but there's more to me and say Andra and Steph and people that work with Hop and coming together. So we do a lot of meetings. Even Lisa, who doesn't have a channel, she's always brainstorming with me. So it goes again to the point where I want to say it's because of a village. It's because of the village.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am extremely behind on life, right? So you haven't seen videos from me. You saw my post. I had a family incident this week. I will give you guys, he's up. He's walking. They took the tube out of his head that was draining the blood. And if you don't know this, my nephew fell off the back of a golf cart. He went to grab the handle on the back of the golf cart, and the handle broke off the golf cart, and he smashed his head and had to have brain surgery. He's got a plate in his head, but he's eating. He's talking. He's leaps and bounds every day. So I want to say prayers work, and I know that you prayed for us. So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I will get organized with videos and things like that. But what I did do yesterday was this. I needed to channel what was going to comfort me. Don't laugh, Andra, but it was you. I needed to watch her videos yesterday. So I literally sat here and I had her playing, and I was organizing my desk, and I was watching her video where I'm getting mushy gushy. Can you tell? She itemized her savings for the month, and she did an amazing amount of savings in the month of September. Andra, how much did you save?
I saved, and you guys, I'll preface this with, it's only because I finished my 52-week challenge and my 100 envelope box. I finished them early because I wanted to get after that number 6, the Best Buy City card. We talked about it a little bit last week, but it ended up being altogether for the month over $7,100 for the month of September. So
okay.
I told Donna, I think I said it in the video. I said, I think this is the only video I'll have more than Donna.
And yes, we did talk about this last week, but I didn't have enough information.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, we celebrated you, but I did not get to watch the video. And there's so much in a video aside from just hearing about it. Right. So I go back and I listen. It wasn't just that video. It's going to be the video that she's linking right now. She's going to link a video. I would like for you to all click on it, right? So that it's in your recents, right? So you could go back to it after the live. She's gonna link this, because I think that this video, it's extremely important to watch. Okay, she just linked it. So click on it, give it a second or two to play, and this way tonight when you're laying back and you need to watch something, watch that. And I'm gonna tell you, the Tom Cruise movie, You Have Me at Hello, right? You know what I'm talking about? Andrew?
Goodness.
Yeah, it doesn't. Money. Something money? Isn't it something about money? You all know what I'm talking about. She had me.
Somebody knows.
Let me tell, I'm going to boost about her. She had me because all of a sudden you're watching her video and it dawns on her. she all of a sudden, she knows what she's accomplished, but she's got to take a step back and compose herself and go, oh, am I correct? Is that your feelings?
Yeah, I couldn't even like, yeah, it was absolutely, it was so emotional. I was just like, I'm doing this. Like I watch so many other people do it, like especially you, Donna, and then I was like, I can do it too. Like I can do this.
So the point I'm trying to make is this. I want you to go watch this video and I want you to feel the emotions with her. The reason why I'm doing this is because here on YouTube, within the savings and budget community that we're surrounded by, that we surround ourselves with, we keep it real, right? We keep it 100% real. And you know who's real and who's out there for the views, and you following us in our journey of finances on a regular basis. So I was explaining to Andrea that when she hit that milestone, it wasn't my milestone, but I felt it because we're walking that journey with her. And you're walking that journey with me, her, and yourselves. And it almost brings us to that triangular connection, right? You, me, them, us. We connect, right? We could be a square, we could be whatever, wherever the sides connect, we're connecting. So you had that moment. I was just like, oh, I was beyond excited for you. But what got me next is what we're going to talk about right now. Andrea, in your best words, the whole thing about what you did prior and how you got to this blew my mind. And I think it deserves attention.
So what I was explaining, and thank you, so many of you, yes, so many of you did already watch the videos, and I appreciate you guys so much. And just like when Donna and I were speaking about this earlier and yesterday, just I think that the missing link for me, like I say it in the video, but I had read books. I had done Financial Peace University years and years ago. My ex-husband was very good with money. So at a very early age, I had someone very responsible trying to like show me how to do things the right way. But I made stupid choices. I've talked about that before. Went through divorce, had the kids, and all these things that kind of just catapulted me into debt, just being very foolish. And then when I was on the you only live once and I'm going to go do what I want to do and all this sort of thing, I'm like, okay, retirement is getting very close. And like I have to change something in order to live the way that I want to live, right? And Dave says it like, you got to do something to live like no one else, whatever he says in his terms. But I even have met him. I went to the studio. I have pictures with Dave Ramsey. Like I was that much into him, like the podcast, and just trying to keep and infiltrate my brain with like good, positive money habits. But I was still not practicing it. So I think for me, the missing link was like you guys. It was like, not that Dave and all those people aren't real. They're absolutely real. And I believe in them and I appreciate everything that they do. But to have people like you guys in this village, in this community, that are like, we're all on a path. And we're all working toward various goals. Some of us make a little bit more money than others. Some of us have more debt than others. Some are already out of debt. There's a few in here. I know you've paid off your mortgages. Like, goals, right? I mean, just big goals. But having this connection to you guys, I think for me was the missing link that I needed to really put all of those things into practice. And so now that it's like happening, I'm like, it's almost like the high that I used to get from going to the store and purchasing things, those endorphins, those good feelings, like I get it from like doing a savings video and saving money. So I'm glad that, that mind shift has happened for me. So yeah.
And the accountability.
I'm sweating. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm getting a testimony. I mean, it is kind of a testimonial, y'all. Because I'm telling you, if I can do this stuff, you guys, like if you're feeling down and out or you're feeling like you're never going to get ahead, like the car keeps breaking down, something keeps breaking at the house. Some of you've been through horrible things with the hurricane and the weather and just all sorts of things. Man, just stay at it. Stay at it. It's slow and steady. Take the small wins. The small wins add up to bigger wins, and we're gonna get there together.
You are amazing, and I'm sure that people that have reached some goals, you're just as amazing. I'm not walking that path with you, so to say, because I can't see it, because I'm watching Andra and Mama Bear and these other channels, the Crafty Saver, the channels that we get to embrace ourselves with, we're following. And when you all leave us messages that you got to pay off that debt or you finished that challenge, do you know the joy and the happiness that you bring to us? Because that means that, yeah, of course we're working to get out of our debt and it's working for us, but we love to hear that it's working for all of you also.
Yes. Yes.
Happy tears. I got so emotional. Like, I texted her first thing this morning because I got to watch it yesterday, but I only got to a certain point. And then this morning I sat down at my desk with my coffee and I finished the video. And when I got to the video, I was like, oh, literally, I want you guys to do me a favor and watch that video and then leave a comment under it again. And I'm going to go read all those comments because I think it's so important. I'm going to find the time to read all those comments because that's how awesome that video was.
Look at these comments. Tammy says, I know for a fact that this community has helped me with even more than, Tammy, isn't that the truth? Like, even more than just finances. Like, I think just having like genuine people that are kind and just bring positivity into life, like bring laughter. Like some of you that have channels, y'all are funny. Like, I just sit here and crack up at you guys. And we're all proud of each other. Yes, sure. Well, thanks, Ann.
Live like no one else so you can live like no one else. Bev, whoa, that is
them beans and rice. Like Dave said, them beans and rice. I was like, I don't know, Dave. I don't know if I can do the beans and rice, but I can go to Aldi and whip up some things now.
Hey, listen, I made rice and beans last week and they were delicious.
Right?
Patty, this is awesome. Yeah.
Yes. I hate to spend money because I want to use my money for my savings chapters. Yes. Awesome.
We're all proud of one another. Don't forget that.
Thanks,
we got some congratulations. Okay, so Wendy is agreeing with you. I agree with you. I think that's so right.
Yes.
And truth be told, right? What did you say about? I was like, oh, you're home. Did I say, oh, you're home? And what'd you say?
I didn't want to spend no money.
There you go.
Yo, I want to go somewhere so bad. I have 48. So because it's Indigenous People Day tomorrow, we had a family day on Friday. So I have 48 weekend. My 48 weekends, you guys, normally I hit in the car and I'm gone. Like I might go home to Detroit and see my dad and my sister, like see all my family and see my youngest son there. But I was like, I don't want to spend no money.
Oh,
I said right in this. I said right in this house, and I am not a homebody, guys.
But now you have a home. It's a different home now.
Yeah, that too. It is. Yeah, and
so
I have
you're paying to plant yourself down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for about like 8 months.
And counting.
Right.
Congratulations. That was a big win. Misha says you are inspiring. Wait, you're breaking up. Is it? Andrea, can you go out and come back in? Let's see if that helps us. Let's see if she comes back in okay. Wasn't that amazing? Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. All right. We have a couple of other things that we want to talk about tonight. Like I said, Tuesday's a big day. Thank you for going today for the hop. I did not watch it. I did not get to watch Mama Bears, so I still have some catching up to do. But don't forget, the hop is going to be here. And I'll give you a little hint. The hop won't only be on my channel on Tuesday, but it's also going to be on Budget with Mama Bear's channel on Tuesday. So you're going to have to come to my channel and her channel on Tuesday. Yep. Yes, yes, yes. Charity, I love it. We keep you motivated. And you know what? This is the truth. It's so important to motivate one another. It really is. Because that means you're not alone. And it's okay to start over if need be. Yes. Hi, Laura. How are you? Oh, I like that, Jess. Is it a need or is it a want? And that's so important. So important. I've been getting to the point where I put things in the Amazon cart, which I did not usually do, and I let it sit there. And if I go back for it, hi.
I had to go look at the score. It's 47-9. I just want to say that.
What did you do?
I had to go look at the score of the game.
What was it?
47-9. Detroit.
Oh, son of a gun. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Okay, what did I miss? Let's see. Oh,
Judy, we
here.
definitely do. Mm-hmm. Love it. What time on Tuesday? We're going to be working. Mama Bear and I are going to be working late Monday night. So we're hoping that it's uploaded by maybe 6 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. Maybe 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, but she and I are going to be working late on Monday nights. On Monday night, not nights, just this Monday. I find myself buying things I need for savings, binders, envelopes, etc. on Amazon and on challenges on Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Those things are going to motivate you in themselves, right? To have a binder, to have a few savings challenges. It might cost you a little bit money to save money, but it works. It really does.
Yep, absolutely agree.
Cowboy game is making. I'm not watching. I'm not listening. I don't care. I don't even know what they did last week. I'm not even caught up on that. Not even caught up. I don't even know where my week is going to go with challenges. I'm like, when I look at what I have and have not saved. Oh, speaking of which, do you guys want to do the saving 101?
Yes, let's do it.
You guys want to do this? I think we should do this. Let's see if I could change my camera. Let's change my camera. Not that one. Let's go to settings. Ta-da! Okay. I'm going to zoom you in. And yes, there is a $20 bill there. I have no idea where my week went. I do. Okay, so we're adding 20. Color in it any way you want. I'm going to do yellow. And I got to add to 20. 3, 5, 3, 10, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. All right, my 20 is going in. So we have 5, 6, Okay, my numbers are correct. So what do we have? 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, $180. Oh, this is exciting. Do we know where everybody wants to put their monies? Like, are you putting it towards the cruise? Are you putting it towards Christmas? Like, what's some of the goals?
Oh yeah, let's see what they're doing. Mine's going to debt. Okay, An's is going to debt. Yep, one more
And
week.
did you leave all the money in the envelopes, or were you, did you have to take them out? Do you have all the money in the envelope, or did you take them out when you finalize them? Which is fine too, whatever works for your budget.
Char's doing debt. I left all mine in, so that's gonna be a nice payment toward that personal loan situation.
Nice. Yours went to the cruise. You said you were going to do that. I'm impressed. Lisa, you stated that at the very beginning. Nice, Tammy.
Hey,
Sinking
Kathy.
funds.
I'm putting my one hop and $1 a day. Okay.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Okay, Robin. You're so up.
I feel like when we talk about like the $1 a day and things that are a daily, and I haven't done a daily video, I get myself like, oh my gosh.
You got a lot to catch up on, don't you?
I do. I do. But I will tell you this. So, here we go. The new 52 week. Can you all see that? Let's see. The new 52 week is up in the shop. If you did not grab it, grab the one that says The Village if you want, because that's the one we're going to do together. If you already purchased it, a lot of you reached out to me last week, and I sent you the envelope and the cover sheets. But the new one is up there. So if you go to the .com and you type in 52 week, you have two choices, the old one or the Village one. And we're going to start that one on, I know I have it here somewhere. I don't even know when we're starting that. I have a piece of paper somewhere. We're starting the 52 week on November 11th. So mark your calendars for November 11th. Am I correct on that, everybody? Is November? No. Is it a month out? November 10th. It'd have to be the 10th, no? Are we doing the Village on the 52 week we're doing it on a Monday, aren't we? Let's see what everybody says. Oh,
the 52 week is the 6th, Wednesday.
Wednesday the 6th?
Wednesday the 6th. Yep. And we're doing the brick wall on that Sunday the 3rd.
Wait, you know what? It would help if what did you just say? I couldn't hear you.
We're doing the November 6th is for the 52 week.
Okay.
That's a Wednesday. And then the
November
brick wall is supposed to start the 3rd. Say that again?
Yeah, okay. So November 6th, I didn't change my calendar. November 6th and November 3rd are the two dates we have. And then the new hop begins on the 2nd of January. So
Yep.
the hop is coming at you. The 52 week is done and it's up in my shop. And then I am working on the 101, which will be the brick wall. That's coming. I'm working on that. All right. So Mama Bear, when she called me today, she's like, "What's going on with you?" And that's what she says, "What's going on?" And I go, I don't have answers. There's so much going on. And I was like, I feel like I have a block. I feel like there's a brick wall in front of me. I feel like there's a cloud over me, a brick wall surrounding me, and I can't break free. And she says, small steps, baby steps. You got this. Accomplish one little thing, and then you'll move on to the next, and you'll do a second. She goes, you'll get there. She goes, just start. And I was just like, okay, I promised I will start. But for me, knocking out all, even though the hop's not coming till January, I wanted these things given to you for the 100th episode, which I would not have known existed if it wasn't for On.
Yep. Go on. That was the cutest thing in the hop video this morning on with you with the coins, and just like thinking about like all of you that have your kids and you're saving with your kids. I wish I would have. I think back to like when mine were little. I wish I would have done this with my kids too. So good job, y'all.
You were just saving with your littles. I love that. I love that. What else do we have? Is there anybody that has any questions on things that I need to remember? Be my mind right now. I need you all to just tell me what I forget.
And you keep us organized with the dollar amounts and the 100th episode, and I don't even know if you know you do all that. Attention to details.
Yes. Oh, amazing. You know what? That was the younger me. The younger me was on every single detail. I still like a little detail. I'm not as detailed as I used to be.
Yeah, me neither.
Shar, what would you like to talk about the wall? Tell me. And then I have beautiful
I don't know if
Miss
Shar was
Mary.
here last week
Yes.
because we talked about it. We talked about it last week, but maybe I don't think Shar was here.
So Marissa, thank you for bringing that up. That was just going to come out of my mouth. Mary Love, I called her to talk to her about my nephew the other day, and I said, I need prayers. And right away, if you know her, she goes into deep prayer, and it's just like, whoa, right? And then yesterday she messaged me and she's like, I know you've got a lot on your plate. She's like, I'm not looking to rush you, because she and I started the quarter buck challenge 2 weeks ago, and I did not do it last week, and I did not get to it yesterday. And I said, she's like, I'd like to, she was talking about like maybe going a little faster on hers. And I said to her, please go faster. Don't wait for me. The only thing that I want everyone to know is that this was truly her idea to break each one of those letters down into quarters. That was her idea. And I love that idea. And I want to give her praise for that, and let you all know that came about because that was her thought process. And I just wanted to go side by side with her on it. And I will, but she's probably going to go a little bit more faster than I am, but I'm going to come back and I'm going to go slow and steady. So yes, the quarter buck challenge, a quarter a buck or 4 quarters for a buck, whatever we want to call it, I'm going to do it. I am. It's not going anywhere. Everything I have in play is going to come back. I just have to figure out what's coming. I did take time on Friday because I couldn't think a lot Friday. I was in constant prayer in my head. I pray the Hail Mary, the Our Father, and the Glory Be. And I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I keep going. So all day, that was my thought process, prayer after prayer after prayer. And I couldn't really concentrate on much other. But I don't know if I told you all, I had bought the arm for the monitors. I bought the arm that holds the 3 monitors probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It came before I left for the cruise. But Friday, because I knew I couldn't concentrate on anything else but cleaning, cleaning is mindless, right? I literally wiped out my desk. And Vinny actually came and John actually came and they were helping me put the arms up, and I like it. My monitor right here is a little bit lower, and the other two that are here and here are a little bit higher. And now what you can't see is that all of my binders are directly in front of me, and I'm kind of liking that. Only thing I have to do is I have to put words in what they are on the spine, so that when I look at them, what I used to do for my binders was I kept them in date order, like all of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So they were grouped by day. And I have to get back to that. I do. I have to get back to that. So that was a baby step. I started baby steps on Friday. So I'm coming back. I'm here. I'm here.
Baby steps, getting it done.
And then what I did get to talk to Andrea about, and we touched base with it last Sunday. Last Sunday, we talked about fourth quarter blues, right? Is that a good way to put it? We talked about fourth quarter blues, and whatever was bringing us down fourth quarter, I kind of felt like I wasn't the only one dealing with fourth quarter issues. Is there anyone else here that's actually feeling fourth quarter? I don't even want to like grouchiness.
Yeah, I think there were a few. That were agreeing last week. Let's see what they say.
So this is what I found also important. Now I'm getting hot. You got hot before because you were talking about a topic that meant so much to you. Do you see my face is getting red? Because, okay. So last Sunday, fourth quarter ick. Go on. So last Sunday, we talked fourth quarter and we brought that all into it. Well, something that you all said or that we discussed last week played over and over and over in my brain. And wherever the days took me this week, the struggle was real, right? To get up and do. And I went back in time and I'm like, no, it wasn't the fourth quarter. It started at the half for me. It started at the half. And I think I had an in-depth conversation with Lisa about this. When I had to, I'm never doing this again. Never, ever, ever. And you guys are here and you're going to tell me, Donna, don't do it. Remember what happened to you last time. I'm never resetting again. Never. I thought that the reset was going to be so good for me and so important. I can't reset again. And the fact that I had to pack up and go to Long Island, which I would do again to take care of Katie, but that pivoted me. And I was able to take what we talked about last week and figure out where I spiraled for the last 6 months. And I think that's where I started. All right, let's see what you all have to say.
We were also talking about, you did three trips. So you did that reset, and then you like back to back to back, and you're still taking care of a home and all of the things that come with that, and the littles, and it's a lot.
It got me. And I know I'm not the only one. And and I'm not taking anything away from you, Jason. I swear I'm not. And John does. Oh my gosh, if I had to do everything I do and then what John does, there would be forget it. So I'm not taking anything away from John, but I don't know. It's it is. It's just, is it? Because Jason's here, I don't want to say it, that women we just take everything on us. But I don't want to take anything away from you, Jay. I don't.
Well, we tend to be the nurturers and the caregivers, right? I mean, it's a heavy load.
Yes, yes. And I'd rather take it. And I always say, give it to me. I always say, give it to me. Give it to me. I'll take it. I'll take it. Wear me out. Give it to me.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this, and I know I'm not the only one, because we all do this, and this is why we're connected. I'm still, whatever sinuses, I'm exhausted, the whole thing, and it'll come back. I need it to come back, because this is what makes me happy. All right, what am I missing? I feel like I missed something. Nikki, I didn't understand your comment.
Nikki said, remember, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Yeah, so you can't give if you don't have. Is that how I'm interpreting that?
Yeah, you got to be filled up too. Jason said, say whatever you need to.
Did he? No, because I don't want to ever take away. I'm not bashing. I'm not saying men are, don't do. That's not the point I was getting at. I guess I'm talking for myself, where I say, just give it to me. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, and you've been stressed about the roof too. A couple people said that.
Here's it. Okay, this is another perfect example of all of us. So I took a step back from what I said last week, and in the last couple of days or times we talked about the roof. I'm like, Donna Marie. I yelled at myself with my first and middle name. I yelled at myself. I'm like, Donna Marie, you're actually got the benefit, or you've got the ability, not the benefit, I guess. I can save for the roof. I'm not saving after the fact that it's done. I'm not accruing interest. I've been given an opportunity to be ahead of that roof issue, right? And I'm griping about it. Shame on me. Shame on me. You're awesome. Did I tell you that? He's awesome.
Yeah.
I hope she hears that, knows that you feel that way. Because to feel that way but not tell them, it would go so much further. Just saying. So what I'm saying is that I have no right to complain about being able to save for a roof, because it would be the same as if I was saving to pay that roof after the fact that I debted it, which we're all trying to get out of debt. So what's the difference? Shame on me. So I had to put myself in check.
Yeah.
Not the middle name. You're funny.
That means you're in trouble.
I did. I got myself. You're awesome, Jace. Thanks. That's awesome. Love to hear that.
A bunch of Marie's middle names.
Lisa Marie too?
Kathy,
Lisa?
Misha, Lisa, yeah.
Do you have a middle name, Andra?
Elizabeth.
Do you have a confirmation name? Did anybody get confirmation? Mine was Elizabeth. I chose Elizabeth.
Oh, I didn't get a different one. No.
Marie was a very common middle name. I don't know why, but it was, right? Genevieve. Wait, that's your middle name? I love Stephanie, but I would have wanted to been called Genevieve. That's so romantic.
I know, I like that.
I'm like, whoa.
Okay, a bunch of people got different confirmation names. Is that from the Catholic faith? Because I was confirmed Lutheran.
Confirmation name. Confirmation name had to have been a saint.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Oh, I like Mary too. Yes. Okay. You got stuck with Nicole? I think that's pretty cool.
I always loved that name. Nicole.
Do you know that if TJ was going to be a girl, it would have been Nicole? It would, because I wanted a Nikki. Mm-hmm. It was either Thomas or
Well, I learned
Nikki.
something new. I learned you get a confirmation name, the name of a saint. Okay.
We have a lot of Lynn's too.
I see.
Wait. Wait, let me think about this. TJ's confirmation name is, I gotta think about it, what it was. Oh my God. He was the patron saint. It was a weird name of hunters. Hubert. TJ's confirmation name is Hubert. So, because he resonated with hunting at that point when he was younger. So he chose Hubert. So who's got Hubert?
That's so funny. There was St. Hubert's Church right by where I lived in Michigan for the last 10 years that I lived there.
Yep.
And I would go there for the Friday fish dinners and Lent.
Patron saint of hunters. Couldn't think of it, right? That's so cool.
I learned something new. Literally every girl in my elementary class either had the middle name or first name Nicole. Oh yeah, Anna's a common name too. I know.
Oh, there's a St. Hubert's Animal Shelter?
Oh. Information name. Jane de Chantel.
Nice. Louise. I always like that name too. Okay. Shall we move on to the next topic? Next topic is, and I think Andrea is going to be able to come on point, and I'll be able to shut my mouth for a little while, because we spoke about this. I'm going to pull it up. There it is.
Actually, Kathy's on. She was saying way more than me, but yeah, go ahead, Donna.
Yeah, what? Oh, Kathy was. Right.
Yeah.
New topic. Hurricanes and bug out bags. We talked about a few, probably, I want to say almost a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Okay. And so many of you said that you were interested in this. So we're going to have 2 links for you, but I'm going to give you 1 link at a time. And you don't have to click on it. Well, you have to click on it before the video's over, because the chat's not going to be in play. Here's link number 1. Do you have it open, Andrea? And maybe we could go point by point.
Oh, I can get there. Give me a sec.
Because I think that this is kind of important. And if you have like HP Instant Print and you can print this and go front to back on just regular copy paper, I think this would be a great beginning to our bug out book. That I think that everybody should grab a binder from the Dollar Tree and start prepping. Hi, Joanna.
Can you see my screen?
No, ma'am. I see you.
Okay, let's see. Oh, because I didn't hit the button.
Okay, she's going to share. And I'm going to give you more of, I'm going to switch out. I'm going to give you the bigger.
Oh, wait, the browser can't access your screen.
I think you have to do present, right? Look how studious she looks. She's
I'm trying to read this thing.
Oh my gosh. All right, we have 118 strong. Do you think that this is a topic that I believe that it's a topic that, could you imagine if you're like, oh my gosh, we talked about it and I needed to use it.
Oh man. Do you have to give me permission or something?
Not
browser
giving
can't
you
access your screen. Try capturing a different screen.
You're hitting present and share screen?
Yeah, and then it's giving me an error.
All right, so you want me to share my screen and
Yeah, would you?
all right, let's see. Let me find it.
And are you on the guide, the Are You Ready? An in-depth guide to citizen preparedness?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. So let me move that back. All right. And then I'm going to switch out with you. Ooh, I want to share my screen. I know, how funny is this? Ah! Where'd the screen go? Stop sharing. It disappeared. Present, share screen. Okay, there you go.
There it goes. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. So everyone, the link is, that way you can see the link, just in case you're not familiar. In the booklet here on the ready.gov website, it has different tips on how to prepare for disasters. So it takes you through, and Donna, I think there's a table of contents and it has like the different types of disaster. Yeah. Can you make that any bigger? Let me make my screen bigger too. There we go. Okay. So, I mean, as you all can see, active shooter, avalanche, cyber attack, earthquake, extreme heat, financial preparedness. So there's all sorts of things. So I don't know, do you want to pick one and we can go take a peek at what it says, but it has all different kinds of tips. And so I'm wondering in the comments, let's see, is anyone familiar with this already? Does everyone know that this exists? Let's see, I'm looking through the comments too, Donna. Oh yeah, Budget with Mama Bear, we need a savings challenge for bug out supplies.
Okay. Yeah, we needed to.
Oh, Colleen.
Does anyone see themselves printing this out and starting to prep? Do you? If so, hit print. Tell me print. Do you see yourself taking this link and using it?
Oh, Tina, you're in Asheville. That's right. I know we have a couple in Asheville. I want to say Bev or someone else is in Asheville as well.
Tina,
so there's
I
lots
hope
of yeses.
well. Okay, so we got some people that are going to print. Okay.
Sure, they have something like this in Canada. Oh, good. Look, print. I already have. Good job. I will read and decide.
Because we talked about this not too long ago. You know, okay, I'm going to use someone that I know as an example. Well, I don't know if Janet the Crafty Saver is here, but I know that she talked about she had to use her envelopes. You know, Rena, she had cash on hand when she had to go to the hotel. You know, our debit cards, our credit cards, they're not going to work. We need to have, sorry, Zippy's on my thing. I think we need to have a sinking fund book. And if we had a sinking fund book, what would some of the sinking fund envelopes be that you would want? Let's talk about that for a second. Okay. Bug out. Let's call it bug out sinking fund. Well, give me individual envelopes.
Let's see what they have.
I'm thinking like hotel, right?
You know who I just saw? Who was that just did a short? Oh, Pam from Old School Budget. She doesn't necessarily come on the lives, you guys, but she had just did a short, and she had a bunch of envelopes. So yeah, she had hotel. I want to say she had a car, or like a gas, like have cash on hand for gas. Gosh, there were so many different envelopes. Let's see, food, yeah, food, living arrangement. Sorry, Donna, what'd you say?
No, I think this is so important.
Mm-hmm. So food, shelter, hotel. Yeah, a lot of hotel. Nixie says first aid. Lake and Bacon says generator. Yeah, so you'd already want to have some sort of generator.
First
That's
aid
a good
would be
idea. I'm gonna have
medical,
to buy
right?
one. Mm-hmm.
What are
Tina had to
other
use
things
all her
that we would
envelopes.
need? Food, hotel, gas, right? Cash, phone
Batteries.
cards, laundry, um, help, maybe stockpile, medicine. But these are sinking fund that we would envelopes to hold cash for emergencies.
Oh, tolls. Tolls is a good one because y'all, these tolls on these roads. Ooh.
Okay, but if they're not electric, you don't have to pay them. If the grid is down, you're not gonna have to worry about tolls,
Oh,
right?
good point.
That's what I'm
You just
thinking.
drive
If
on
you're
through.
getting out of Dodge, um, that's what I'm thinking. Like just a cash envelope, food envelope, first aid envelope, generator envelope in case you've got to save for a generator, right? Um, and hotel. But we could come up with a whole nother list of things to have as supplies. But all right, let's put supplies away for a second. Let's not talk supplies yet.
So
I have this
you're
to say
so the
about
bug out envelope, guys, is the bug out book or whatever we're gonna call it, the pouch, the whatever. That's what you're gonna take with you with the money in it when you got to bug out. So bug out meaning you got to go. And I know some I saw like, oh, I can't leave because of my job. Got it, but you may have to leave your home and go to another residence or campground or shelter or stadium or wherever you have to go. So you're going to bring this with you. Is that what you were kind of getting at, Donna? That's
yeah.
what this is
So
for.
basically, I want you to take one of our binders and have the necessity monies in here for bugging
Mm-hmm.
out, such as money for a hotel. Um, you know, the generator wouldn't be, that would be like a sinking fund if you wanted to save for a generator. Money for first aid, money for food, and extra cash. And that is all going to be based on what do you think your needs would be financially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, if you want to get into a list of things that we would need for an emergency, we could break it down. But I was just thinking that we get you a sinking fund book going.
Yeah.
Two separate saving books? What do you mean, Bev? Tell me more.
Maybe like what you were saying, like one of them is going to be to actually like get prepared and get your kit or your whatever your actual the things in your bug out bag and your generator and all that sort of jazz. And then this is your like I'm taking this with me when we got to go with the backpack, that sort of thing. Is that what you're getting at, Bev?
Well, I'm thinking
Yeah.
since I've only, and unless you come up with more items, we've only got hotel, generator, first aid, food, and cash. Do you want gasoline?
For sure. I had someone ask me what would the three things that I would grab if I had to leave.
A
Ooh,
binder.
only three things. Yep, that's why I don't like to let my gas tank go below half a tank either.
Gasoline. Okay, I like that. All right, so we're gonna have a bug out book, right? Bug out binder is for the cash things that we need to save for, and we can have one envelope that says incidentals. right? Or oh poop. We have another oh poop in there. No big deal. Let's go forward on this. So when I look at this page right here, the make a plan is what pops out to me first. Take a piece of loose leaf and let's put it inside this book. And what to make a plan, what do you see your plan to be? Communication, grabbing your loved ones. That's going to come down to the notes within your book. Am I correct, Andra? Bullet points.
I would use a checklist that I can leave quickly for this book, like the 10 examples. What do I have to do before? What are the things I need to do to a certain space? Like what to have? What do we need to?
Yeah, Andrew, we can't hear you. No, we can't hear you at all. Sounds like the aliens are giving us Morse code. Right? Doesn't it seem like that? Does anybody know Morse code? Right. Everything's going to be different, right? That's why I say the make a plan on a separate piece of paper is going to be based on your specific needs for your area. Yes. Yes. Yeah, she was breaking up bad. It did sound like aliens. All right, while she's coming back on, she's going to take, there she's off. She's going to come back on. What got me was, and like I said, this is important. She had gifted this, well, she had emailed me this a long time ago, and this is what we wanted to put together. But I believe that you need to read this, and each one is, it's going to tug at you. Now, this first one that got me was the active shooter one, because constantly you're hearing about potential guns in school. I mean, I just saw on the news this weekend, all the homecomings, there were people that said they were active shooters and lockdowns and things like that. So maybe, I know schools talk to the kids and things like that, but this might not be a bad idea to take this and speak to the kids that are in school. Okay, Shar, I need you to hold that thought, because we're going to definitely be making a list. We're definitely going to need a list. We're going to sit here together, and I think next week is what we're going to do is necessities for bug out. How's that sound? Right now we'll go over all these different things, and then next week it'll be necessities, things that we need and to be prepared for. But Patty, like 2 weeks ago, is that what you were saying? Like, all right, let's talk about this for a second. So 2 weeks ago, how far would you go to maybe get out of harm's way to get a hotel? Would you drive 3 hours? Would you drive 4 hours? Kathy, you know what? And I think it was at one of the colleges this weekend. There was a homecoming. And unfortunately, this is too real. So I thought this was important. This one, Run, Hide, Fight. And there's also a movie out there called Run, Hide, Fight. I think it's a paid for movie. You have to pay to watch it. But I kept seeing the little skits from it, and it made me want to pay to watch it. And it was about a young girl, and she had the ability to hide first, run, and then she decided to come back in and fight. And I thought that was amazing. Do we have anyone in an avalanche area? I'm just curious. Let's stop right there. Here comes Andra. Do we have anybody in an avalanche area? Hi. Can you hear us?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was your background that was making you glitch.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it off.
Okay. We were just talking about active shooters first.
Oh, what's happening?
We were talking about that, and then next week, what I'd like to do is talk about important lists of things that we need. Next week's conversation will be about lists, and then what we'll do is maybe somebody will take the list and compile it into a document for us, or unless we find one on the internet that we could share, that all you have to do is print and a checklist. Do you want to add to the active shooter?
So the only you guys, the only thing I would just encourage is anytime you go anywhere, just be aware of your surroundings. Always stay aware. Always stay cognizant of the exits. Like if you're in a confined space, how do you get out? And basically, like, you're gonna hide, you're gonna run, or you're gonna fight. Like you're gonna do one of those three things, and just be ready for everything is a weapon. If you got to fight anything around you, you grab it and you fight, because you just never know when that type of thing is going to happen. And we have drills at work, like military installations. I don't know if any other jobs have like where you do drills and kind of put yourself in that mindset, but it's definitely scary.
Okay. Lisa says she has a list, so she and I will talk during the week in regards to a bug out list, right? And then Kathy, which is Chatty Kathy, if you want to get with me midweek and we can have a conversation on the phone, it's so much easier than texting, and we can bring something new to the table next week.
Nice.
But my question was, do we have anyone in like we moved on? Do we have anyone in an avalanche zone?
I would have no idea what to do. I would need to read that one.
Right. And then, all of us are in an earthquake zone. It can happen anywhere at any time.
Yeah. And then cyber attacks, that all of us can get cyber. Oh, yeah.
Last week, Vinny, I was upstairs in my room, and then all of a sudden Vinny's at my bedroom door. He's like, Ma. I go, what's up, Vin? Come in. And he's like, it was Pennsylvania Easy Pass. He goes, did you not pay the bill? I go, first of all, I said, your email and your phone number is not attached to any one of our Easy Passes. And my Easy Pass is still connected to New York. I don't even have a Pennsylvania. It's like, don't click on it. And it's just amazing how they're coming through any given way. So, like Chase. And then when you look at the email that it came from, it's not a Chase email. It's a bogus email address. Always look at the email address.
Yeah, you guys, if you ever those are like usually phishing attempts. They're just trying to get you to click on whatever link. I'm fading in and out again.
No, you were doing good there for a second. No, you're good. Keep going.
Oh, okay. Those attempts, anytime you see those attempts, even if you're not sure, if you think there's something up, just go directly to your account and log in. Do not click the link from the email if you're not sure. Amazon, Peacock, I'm getting so many attempts. And I'm just like, wow, you guys are really trying to get people to click on it. And the words will be misspelled. Like some of it's obvious to me, but I know it's not obvious to everyone. So just stay vigilant, you guys.
Exactly. Oh, look at this one. Financial preparedness.
Mm-hmm.
Safeguard important documents. Gather financial, household, and medical documents using the Emergency Financial Aid Kit. Oh, we have to get this. We can download that at FEMA.gov. Let's see what it takes us to. Okay. If you clicked on that link. Oh, that's not.
Oh, very good. I don't think I clicked
Okay.
on that yet.
So honestly, there are important links within this link. So it's important to read this. Establish a cash in hand reserve during disasters. You may experience extended power outages, the closing of banking institutions, and limited to no access to credit cards, ATMs. So be prepared. You should keep cash on hand in an easily accessible but sacred, secure location. Okay. Written in black and white. Written in black and white. I felt that tug. Okay, I'm going back a few steps. I felt that tug in June when I knew I wasn't going to be home, and I took all that money and put it in the bank for the high yield. And in the back of my head, I kept saying, what if there was not a disaster, but what if I call it hit the fan, right? What if it hit the fan? I no longer have my means. That was messing with me also. Does that like, so we talked about that a few times. Let's talk financial preparedness. We have our binders, we have our books. Then we want that high yield savings account and we want to earn that high interest rate. What is the breakdown to keep? Like, what do you think? What do you think a decent amount of money is for an emergency? I'm not talking about the $1,000 for, what do you, I want to see numbers in the comments. For bugging out, what do you think the amount is we need? Oh dear Lord, this is gonna scare the heck out of me.
Yeah, just what people say. Obviously, that you have responsibilities for, so you're gonna want to have. Said,
Andrew, you're breaking up again. I'm sorry, friend. Sorry, Andra. Okay, so let's look at these numbers. Okay, 10K, that's the number that was floating around in my brain, which was scaring me. 3,000, I was hoping to have, like, 3,000. 500, Lisa, what's 500 going to get us? Like, maybe for the day, but not for an extended period of time. Like, we got 10s, 2s, 3s. I don't see a 500 being, enough. Okay, you think a bug out book could be a 5K? A 5K bug out book. How many 5K books in our life do we need? Oh my gosh, my head's gonna explode. But this is so informational. 2,000 to 3,000 minimum. I'm liking that, Charity. I agree. Patty couldn't drive at all because of the flooding and the trees down and all the electrical wires. We're talking hotel rooms. I would say at least 2,000. So they used to say to have 1,000 cash on hand for bug out, but nowadays with inflation, closer to 5,000 is probably a better amount, especially if they raise price. They're going to price gouge. Right. Andrew, I was just wondering if you were around another piece of electronics. Is your laptop around like your microwave or something that's causing a static interference? All right, so we're looking at good night, Amy. All right, so anywhere from 1 to 5,000 to start, and anything more would be slush. Okay, so to have, this is how I'm thinking, to have a bug out binder, right, is not such a bad idea, right? Or a 5K bug out book, right? Make a 5K bug out book to start us off. And then once you do that 5K, you can then sync it, right? Sync it into, or just keep the 5K bug out book on standby. But so you had preparation. So I like what Lisa says, right? She's not gonna keep the cash on hand, and I get that. What if it was a Sunday? Like, what is a decent, like, I don't know. I'm torn. Okay, so are you there? So when it happens, 5, right? But Lowe's wouldn't take cash as they didn't have power. They had to manually write our credit card. See, that's not good either if they're writing down your credit card numbers manually, because now your credit card information is laying within Lowe's. See, these are all difficult. Nothing is going to be the perfect answer.
Yeah, you almost got to just try to be prepared for several different situations.
Okay. Yeah, hurricanes give you definitely okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question, because I want to bring in as many scenarios. Let's bring in a couple of scenarios. So Jason, you just hit something in my brain. The grid goes down, right? Because let me go into here, because I read that before. We got the nuclear explosions, power outages. What if the grid goes down? Now, I've had the grid go down on us. It actually went down, not just a blackout within New York City. I lived through 2 of them, but the grid went down on the East Coast back in 2005, I think it was. And it went up and down the East Coast.
It was in the Midwest too.
What if the grid goes down and you can't go to the bank and get your money? What do we do? Like, let's role play.
Yep.
So what do you think is enough money to have on hand? And is money going to be, okay, so Lowe's isn't going to take your money, but is the grocery store going to take your money? And if not, are you going to barter, or not barter, but are you going to trade your monies for goods with someone else?
Yeah.
It was 2004, right? I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember getting off the Southern State Parkway, and I was just about home from Pennsylvania with the kids, and we were going to go to Jones Beach to see Aaron Carter. and that concert got canceled. So
we were at the beach. I was at the beach with the kids, and all of a sudden the water slide stopped working, and we were looking around like, what's going on?
right.
It was like a
So
week, wasn't it?
I don't even remember, but I don't even like. I guess I felt like for the most part I had enough food and supplies, and I wasn't even a prepper back then. I'm more of a prepper now.
Yeah. I definitely was not a prepper then.
Remember, if there's no gas and you're near the water, the marinas have gas. Okay. But power outages are a major.
It was scary. It was scary being in the city with no street lights, no nothing.
Looting. I lived through looting. Looting it's wicked. Wicked.
Yeah, that's what we were worried about. I mean, we were in the city and yeah.
Carjackings, lootings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen it. I walked those shoes. Don't want to do that ever again. Tornadoes. Let's talk tornadoes for a second. The other day when Florida was going through the hurricane, I was addicted to Ryan Hall, y'all, here on YouTube. And I was, you're good, Andrea. She must be behind. I was watching the tornadoes, and not being a Floridian, and I honestly, I was never deep into like watching the entire play, but hearing that it was hitting the West Coast, I would have thought that the East Coast was safe. Okay, here I am, 57. I learn something new every day. West Coast hurricane has not even hit, and East Coast is being trampled. Tornado after tornado after tornado. And I'm watching these towns and the tornado coming through them. Tornado prepping is so important. And we get tornado warnings here. So there's a lot of us that are in a tornado spot if the weather creates that perfect storm. We have a lot of things to prep for. How do you umbrella them all? How do we umbrella them? Now, I think you could talk. I think that post was from before.
Oh, like I'm good now?
I thought you were good. Yes.
Okay. Man, I wonder if something's happening with them.
With our grid?
I mean, that's bad. Oh, Laura says I'm fine. Okay, sorry. I didn't know if I was still having
We get nor'easters, so we can have a blizzard and power outages and no heat. Like, that's why I have a wood burning stove.
Yeah.
And I always keep antifreeze on hand, extra, so that if it was winter and we lose power, I shut down my main to my house, open up my faucets, and then in my drains, my tanks and my toilets and the toilet bowls themselves, my sinks and my dishwasher, I will take a cup, a Dixie cup of antifreeze. Because we've had nor'easters before where we were down for 3 days, 4 days. You know what? Tam, I agree with you. You know, all Ryan Hall, I kept listening to him the other day when he was talking about the tornadoes. He's like, people, please put on closed-toe shoes. I know you're in Florida. I know it's hot, but put on, because, like, I wouldn't have thought, like, I'm not a Floridian. I don't live that life. But I was like, that was such useful information. And I didn't realize how many tornadoes come from a hurricane. Never.
Yeah, I didn't either until Milton.
Had no idea. And I didn't know that, what is it, the downspouts or the water tornadoes, they break off from them and then they move to land.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Candles. We have a lot to talk about. Do we have anybody in volcanic areas? Do we have anybody in Hawaii or other countries? And we all know tsunamis are real, but I mean, if you're on the islands. Oh my gosh, California, wildfires.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? I think that this is, how many pages is this? 36. I think that this is an amazing one. And if I could give you homework between now and next Sunday, I think I would say, could you print this out, read it, and highlight it? Gosh, I'm giving myself more homework. But I think this is kind of important to do. And let's make a bug out binder. Can I tell you? Okay. I had a girlfriend on social media. She said that she bought candy for Halloween, a big bag of candy on Amazon last year, and she showed her receipt to be $16. She bought the same exact size bag of candy this year, and it cost $46.
Ooh.
Could you imagine? Could not imagine. How many, I'm going to ask everybody in the audience, how many of you have generators? Does anybody here have generators? Give me a yes. I'm gonna sit back and look.
Yeah, I do not have a generator. A lot of people do.
Right. So it was after Hurricane Sandy for Long Island and us. We got Hurricane Sandy up here, and we were without power for days. We had the generator in the garage. Now, generators are not light. I do have two young men, right? My boys are strong. My husband's strong. I was strong at one point, and we would take it for every storm was coming. We would look, move it up to the porch. Well, it got to the point where I was just like, you know what? It stays on the porch now. I don't need curb appeal. I don't have anybody that comes up to my house. I bought a cover for it. We started up every so often. And what I did do was, after Sandy, I was just like tired of running the extension cords to the generator. We had a sub panel put in the basement. So you take my main breaker box, and my electrician put in a secondary breaker system.
Mm-hmm.
And I took the necessities from the main and put them into the sub. So what did I take? I took the plug that does the refrigerator upstairs. I did the outdoor wood stove, which would give us heat. Then I had to do the hot water heater in case it was summertime, right? Then I did a few outlets, and my stove is gas, so I didn't have to worry about that. And we have a secondary. So what happens is this. There's a big plug that goes from my house outside to my porch. I plug that into the generator. We start the generator. And then once I go downstairs and I throw the switch that sends the main to the sub, my house is up. I have a few lights and I have my refrigerators and we're good. But what I did do was, and John thinks I got rid of them. I did not get rid of them. I purchased 3 of those mini generators. They're like this big. And they're strong enough to power refrigerators for like on off. Like you don't have to. What is the time frame for a refrigerator? Who can give me that? If you leave your doors closed, your refrigerator could stay cold for so long, right? So, but if you fired up that little mini generator, kept your goods going, and then unstop that generator. So, anyways, I bought 3. John's like, we don't need that. Get rid of them. Well, you know what? They're downstairs in my basement. And if we ever need them, I've got them. And that's it. 4 hours in hot weather. Right. 24. But there's so many different ways to prep. I can help prep for a hurricane. I don't like everything else for me is going to be educational. Like I'm going to learn along with you all.
Yeah. Yeah, we basically had a charcoal grill because when the power grid went out, we couldn't even I think we had a gas stove, but we couldn't light the pilot because we had no electricity. There was something about it that we couldn't even light the stove. I might be saying it wrong, but we end up having to just light up the charcoal and we cooked the food in the freezer. So we just cooked like what we had on hand, and that's how we fed like us and the kids because we were out like that whole week. Like
Right.
memories are coming back.
And devastation is one thing. Like if you have flooding or tornadoes and you're living in devastation,
Right.
I couldn't imagine. But if I'm keeping it real, when we lose power, I kind of get like cozy. I'm like, okay, it's going to eventually come back on. But do you get that? Like, I get, oh, it's okay. It's like it's almost like downtime. Do you guys feel that way? Do you see how goofy I get? Oh my gosh. I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. Like I could live without power for a few days. God, I don't want to. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Peace and quiet.
I just like it to be when I plan to go camping. when I plan to go, have some quiet, peace and quiet.
A down tree, like a storm will come through and we have a down tree and it could take like 4 or 5 hours for our power supply to come back up. I don't mind moments like that.
Mm-hmm.
Read books during the power outage. Yes, I agree. Play cards. Play a board game. It takes you back because there's no devices unless your battery dies out. Oh, that's a cool idea, Shar. All right, let's move on. We'll go through documents and property. But there's going to be more and more. And there's going to be things that you guys spy in these documents that I'm not going to catch or Andrew's not going to catch. So I'm looking forward to the next conversation. And the next conversation, we're going to let you guys pick. After you read this, do you want to talk about lists? Do you want to talk about hurricanes? Do you want to talk about tornadoes? Let's bring to the table what you guys all want to talk about. And we'll do contingency. What would be the things that you grab first? What do you, I don't know. What do you like? Like, how will you amuse your family if you were just without power for a couple hours? Let's talk things like that. Does that sound like a nice segue into next week? Which I could do. I could do this. I like that.
Yeah.
talk by candlelight. Come on. You know, do you remember? Like, remember when you used to have candlelight dinners? Does that even happen anymore?
I think I would also plan, like, have different scenarios planned for if you like, if you can stay at your home and entertain yourself, like, with no power. Obviously that's one situation, but if you had to bug out, and maybe have a couple of different options, like, I have at least two options. The first one, the most ideal one, would to be go back towards home, because I have several different places I can go, and one of them in particular has a lot of different weapons and ammunition and land. And so that would be my ideal place if I had to bug out.
Coming to
Well,
my house?
yeah, yeah, you're another option. So depending on where geographically I'm gonna be able to get to, there's a couple different places I go, but if I can't go north, I need to have, like, okay, what's my plan if I had to go south? Like, so obviously, I mean, I'm gonna try to get in that Toyota and go, because that thing gets 55 miles a gallon, but maybe that's not gonna work and I gotta figure something else out. So just trying to come up with some different scenarios, just so you're thinking about, obviously I'm not having anxiety about it, and getting myself all stressed out. Who was that was just talking about you're up at 3 a.m. and stressing yourself out?
TJ. I was telling you about TJ.
Him, but one of the people in the videos today, I don't remember if it was, who was it you, Nikki? Were you talking about being up at 3 a.m? Was that Jenny, Dramatic Panda? Well, it was one of you. I was watching your video and you were talking about that. I was like, yeah. So obviously don't do it to the point where you're gonna, stress yourself out, but it's good to just have some sense of preparedness.
No, I agree. And you know what? That I think we need a list of things, and we're going to discuss that. And I love that we're going this way with it. And a part of me felt bad that we didn't discuss it earlier prior to the hurricanes like we thought we would. Because who knows if we would have brought something to the table that they could have used in their scenario.
Yeah, for sure.
Night, Wendy.
Tina,
and you know what? Maybe we have to talk about just a small bag to keep in a car on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's what Tina said. I definitely keep blankets in my car, but that's not enough.
No. We definitely have a lot to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
On a scale, is this something, and we're not looking, are you enjoying this is the first question, right? Are you enjoying the fact that we're bringing this to the table? 2, the informational, I'm hoping that you give that you're appreciative of that. And I guess this isn't out of our wheelhouse. Like this, and I said this before, this goes hand in hand with our savings on a different level. And we're not doing this to spook anybody or to give anyone anxiety or make you worry about things. This is just to be a step ahead.
Yep.
Melissa, make sure you bring that to the table next week. You're gonna have to remember that. I need a good first aid kit.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely need that.
Yeah,
we're gonna definitely have to talk water purifier. I think these are all things that we need to talk about.
Yeah, that's like got to be the number one thing besides like cash and stuff, is like you got to have some sort of water purification items. We can live without food for so long, but we can't live without water.
I actually, while I was on the cruise, our well driller, did I talk about this last week? Our well driller friend was on the cruise with us. So he's on standby to do water at the building eventually when we save enough money for that. But I said to him, I said, I have one of the vintage pumps from back in the day. I said, what would it take for me to get it in there so that it's not run by electricity? Like, I want a well pump like they had back on Little House. Like, not even, they didn't have that on Little House on the Prairie, but you know what I'm talking about? I have that in the front of my house. I just need to have it put in the ground. And if I put that in the ground, do I need to purify that water?
Yep.
Because it's well water. It's what I drink now. Educate me, somebody.
Bev boiled water on the grill so she could have coffee.
Well,
Yep.
that was smart.
Sure. Yeah, Kathy, those small, inexpensive water purifiers, those are very handy. Good things to have on hand.
What, like a Brita?
Well, they make little tablet. There's several different little things. There's also those little a container with the filters that you can take you could take like lake water or river water or something and purify it through. Like there's other ways to do it. Like we get tablets, like the military, you'll get your MRE kits, like you'll get your water purification tablets, you'll get your oh hell. The things for chem warfare if we have to stab ourselves with the I can't remember, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, our well water doesn't, like, I have a filtration system on my house. Not everybody has one on their house. The water that comes from the well goes right into the faucets. Some people have softeners in their house. I don't have a softener.
Yeah, that's what she's saying, Lisa. If she has to go manually pump the water out of the well, it won't go through the filter. So like what do you do with the well water when you pull it straight out of the well?
People run that from the faucets here.
Yeah, like what did they do back then when they had to go
right
pull it out of the ground?
There's so many things that we don't know about that actually exists out there.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody going to watch the Met game tonight? I'm changing subject real quick because I know they were coming on at 8:30, I think, right?
I don't know about the Mets, but let me see what this final Detroit and Dallas story is. You know, that's what's important, right?
Open my mouth, insert foot.
47-9. Go Detroit.
That's okay. I don't have to save a lot. They know I need to catch up. They're doing me a favor.
Dak must have choked.
Yeah, I'm gonna choke them. I don't know. I know people up here that don't have filters on their house. All right, we're gonna have to look into purification. I'd like to have a little bit more of an education on that.
Yeah, that's a must. That's a must for y'all's bug out bags. Different water purification methods. Don't depend on these bottled waters because we didn't always have bottled waters. And
Do you have a bug out list that they give you that you could share?
I used to, but I don't. I think there's a list in the handout. There's a list. There's different lists on the site. We can grab some from there and benchmark off of them. You know,
I think that's important to have. I think we need a bug out list that would come from that you would use.
Yeah, I agree. So
definitely.
The other thing is like anybody that knows how to, I'm gonna keep saying this, but like you guys, if you don't know how to grow things, like I definitely recommend, like, you know, maybe put your green thumb to use because, and again, I don't try to scare people, but like if you're watching what's going on with China, I'm just gonna keep saying it. Just pay attention to what's going on in the world, and then just some things that we might have to get used to going back to some ways to sustain ourselves and not depend on the supply food chain and things like that. Just try to be thinking about other ways.
Well, so not so you're saying that, and today I was sitting eating dinner. I don't know what made me think of this while I was eating, but I was just like, actually, we were talking just for the last couple of days. Hunting season has begun, right, for us. And my hunters are up from Long Island, and we had breakfast yesterday morning. But TJ is the only one out of all of us that has gotten his hunting license already, because John and I were on vacation and Vinny's been busy. Nobody has gotten their licenses. And I'm like, we need to go get our license so that we can stock the freezers for the winter with meat. Because for us, do I have any hunters in our group? I'm just kind of curious. Do we have any hunters? Because you're talking about sustainability. And I know that when I moved here, and after 9/11, we moved here for a reason. You know, we have springs, we have fishing, we have turkey, we have deer, and I know I've mentioned this, but okay, so we have hunters. And do you find that this year in your brain, if you're a hunter, that you think that you're going to actually use all the permits that you have available to put food in your freezer because of the price of meat in the grocery store? More so than ever before. Because in my heart of hearts, that's why we're doing it too. And between our home and TJ's home, that's a savings right there.
Yep. Yeah, hunting and fishing.
Right, hunting and fishing. I was sorry, Zep. I was, and I gave this out, right? The Thanksgiving to-do list. I started going through my Thanksgiving to-do list and getting my groceries in order. And what do I need for Thanksgiving dinner? And I was on Walmart.com today. And for some reason, you know the Pepperidge Farm bag of stuffing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does anybody use that? And what do you think that price was last year? Because this price this year caught my eye to the point where I'm gonna make a loaf of bread. I'm gonna let it go stale.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to make my own stuffing.
Yep.
Because just a bag of bread was like $5.99 for a bag of stuffing. So I'm kind of curious what this year's Thanksgiving list is going to cost us.
I saw a meme. This is kind of off track, but I saw a meme. It was like, okay, you I buy everything from the store and it comes in all these different plastic containers, and then it's like, and then you don't want me to have a plastic bag to save the environment. And the guy was just like shaking his head.
Right. Right.
But yeah, now they're charging for bags too in a lot of different communities.
Just another way to make money, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Look at Kathy, always coming with the, okay, if you have a dehydrator, you can make your own stuffing mix that is shelf stable. Whew.
Kathy, can you clone yourself and send one of them to my house?
I'm saying I need, Kathy, I'm going to need, what, you have another channel where you do all these things too? I like watching people that do those other things as well. Survival things.
So J Cells, okay. See, I've got to, we're 6 adults and 2 children. Part of me says I don't want to add anything else to that grocery order, just so I can keep tabs of Thanksgiving only. I might have to do that. I might have to break up my order, because I really want to know what I spent. And I think that I did a video last year at Thanksgiving on how much I spent. I'm going to have to go back in my videos and go look. But see, I would love to do what Kathy says. I would love, Mary loved jars and cans, and there's not enough hours in my day to do that. Not enough.
Girl, mama, that's Tiffany, right? I want
Yes.
to get a freeze dryer. I don't know what the difference. I don't know what a freeze dryer is. Different than a dehydrator.
Ooh, that's something new I'd need to know about.
Yeah, she wants to be able to freeze dry. What are you going to freeze dry, Tiffany?
I think Bev is saying I did. I think I did. I'm going to go back and look for that video and see what I actually paid. I wonder if it's in my sinking fund for last year. Hold on. I wonder if I wrote it down.
Bev said it was what I spent on Thanksgiving.
Oh, go Bev. Go Bev. I wonder if I wrote it down.
Kim, you make your own jelly and tomato sauce. And now, see, I watch what's the grandma, the Italian grandma. I love her. And she makes her
Nona Pia.
Nona Pia. I love me some
Nona Pia.
And I watch Nona Pia because she reminds me of my grandma, my Italian grandma. Yeah, how she makes her tomato sauce, like. Yeah.
Oh, when she breaks out that jar and she goes like this,
Yes.
and then people must have commented that she uses her hand. I'm like, Nona, use your hands. That's why it tastes so good.
And it's in her house, so who cares?
It's right. Mind your business.
They don't have to eat it.
No.
I can't stand the comments sometimes.
No, Nona Pia, do it your way. Ah, love her.
You can freeze dry so much and it's shelf stable for longer than dehydrating, and you can rehydrate it. Oh, okay. I need to learn something.
I don't have enough room in my house to start jarring and canning and dehydrating. It's like, oh my gosh.
The only thing I've tried is I made fresh salsa. So I've done that and canned it, and it was stable for months. I mean, I didn't try it very much longer, but it was still good.
See, I make salsa, fresh homemade salsa, and I put it in baggies, and I lay it flat so that it's a flat bag, and I put them in the freezer.
Okay. I did it in the ball jars and did the sealing, like with the hot boiling water and I did it that way.
What is MRE?
Meal ready to eat.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. And MREs are not good.
I can't imagine.
But they get the job done.
What is one thing that you don't think you can live without that you buy in the store? Food-wise.
That's a great question.
I'm kind of curious.
Let me see what they say. I know what mine is. But I don't need to buy mine in the store. Ha ha ha.
Really?
Let's see. Jar food can last for years.
Sure, I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, coffee. Yeah, that would suck.
I don't know what mine would be. I don't know what I can live without, can't live without. Ranch dressing? Diet Coke? Hi, Hillary. Dr. Pepper. That you can...
Jacio, I can make sweet tea concentrate and lemon concentrate. Oh, I need to know how to do that. Interesting.
All right, who wants to put a tiny house on my property and really become a village?
Look, don't play.
Don't play.
It'll be my snowbird home. I'll be a snowbird.
Did you all see what is it like? Elon Musk is gonna have like an $8,000 tiny that's like self-sufficient. I'm like, how many of those can I put on my house, on my property?
A bunch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at you all. Love you, right? Could you imagine if we really had to become could you like I love this. I love thinking like this. And I'll probably think so much more this week throughout based on tonight's talk. I'm like, could you imagine if we had to become a real village and we all had to come together and meet at a location and prep doomsday prep together? Do you know how strong we would be? Oh my gosh.
Tanya. My gun safe
I love
wouldn't
it.
fit in a tiny house. My wardrobe wouldn't fit in a tiny house.
Your food is eggs?
I have to have. I cannot live without eggs. I can live without
Really?
all the other stuff. Like my food would be like I would need salads and eggs and water. I could survive off of that. I don't even need meat.
See, I'm not worried about the meat because I just go out in the woods and get it. It's the other stuff. Like, what would I miss? Like I said, I would eat dandelions as a salad. I'd be okay with dandelions. I'd
Or
probably
soup.
even eat tree leaves if I had to.
Yeah, we can make soup from dandelions. We can make tea. Mhm. Robin.
What'd she say?
She said, Tanya, I have no kids, so your weapons can stay at my tiny house. LOL. Oh, Wendy, you're still here. I love bologna and tortillas. We can make tortillas. All we need is some flour and some, what else we need? Some water, some salt and pepper.
Johnny D's waiting for those chickens to lay eggs. He's not
Mm.
getting any eggs right now. He's upset.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're doing pretty good as a group. I really do. Okay, last question of the night. The one thing that you took away from tonight that meant something to you. What resonated the most with you tonight? Think about it before you answer. What is the most important topic that you're like, wow? I want to see what everybody says. I know what mine is tonight. I didn't have a food one, but I have this one. Oh, they're all thinking. It's got quiet.
Mm-hmm. I know.
It got quiet. They were thinking. I know you're all thinking. We're 106 strong.
Yeah, I would grow my own herbs, teas. Yep. I would grow all my plants. My
I like
pepper.
Kathy's.
Okay, happens no matter where we live, and we all need to be prepared in some way or another. Absolutely. How resourceful some of you are. I feel like I need to be more prepared. We all do, Joanna.
Okay.
No matter how scary something seems to be, the village will be there in the end to help pick up the pieces. Prep, prep, prep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh gosh.
Okay, Misha, if you think you're unprepared, do you think that we gave you some tools to help you get prepared?
Yes, we are.
This is amazing. I love tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And next week we'll have lists.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be scared, be prepared.
Yep.
Jason, I have a feeling your thinking and my thinking go a little bit more together.
Yep, the perennials. Yep.
Oh, we need that list. I think that's a
Mhm.
good list. I have a lot of peppermint on my property, or spearmint, whatever the heck it is. It just grows like a weed. Yes, you all need enough gas in your car to get to my house. Yes,
That's funny.
that's a good one. I love that one. Yep.
Yep.
Yes, Judy.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Come on over.
Judy and Guy just had the power outage for almost a week too.
Yes. Judy, I'm gonna have to get on the phone with you and talk to you and see what some of the things you did and how you got through it.
Mm-hmm.
Catch me up. For anyone that wants to learn to home can, let me know and I can do a video if you like.
I would love a video.
Oh yeah, and you know what? Maybe you join me and Andrew one night, and we could just talk to them about basics. That would be good one night. What do you all think?
Look,
Like
I don't
canning
mind
101.
being a guinea pig.
What?
We can do it. Like we can have a hands-on live.
Oh gosh, could you imagine? Wow. Yeah, remember to breathe. And you know what? We're good. We're good. We're gonna be prepared and educated more than we think we need to be. And then if a situation happens, we're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, we just discussed this. We've got this."
Yep.
I remember that from. So the one thing I'm gonna tell you is I realized tonight is how much I'm gonna get mushy gushy again. I appreciate all of you and how much I actually need this, and I need to save money, and I need to get back into it. But the most important thing that I'm taking away from tonight is you. That way, you. I appreciate you. I am so proud of you. I am in awe of you and what you did. I mean, I know we talked about it last week, but for me to watch it yesterday, it's still right here in the front of my brain. And to hear about it, but then to visually see it and hear you, it's the video of the week. And with that being said, don't forget, you all need to go watch that video again, even if you watched it once. And then you might pick up on that. Oh my God, that was what Donna was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Because the fact that, yes, we have all these major players out there that are Dave Ramsey and
Susie Orman.
yes, that they are mentors. They're mentors, but we're reality.
Mm-hmm.
We're living the life.
Yep.
And it's easier said, but we're doing it.
Yep.
They're telling us, but we're doing it. And that's what this community is doing. We're doing it together. We're actually doing it. We're
Yep.
not just telling you to do it. That's a takeaway. Take that one away from tonight.
Thanks, Donna.
Guys, I love yous. And Andrea, I want to say thank you once again. We're going to have a couple of group meetings throughout the week with a couple of people. Kathy, I will get with you. Lisa, you and I will talk. And we're going to bring something to the table. So don't forget, print out your, we're going to have one more next week. We'll have another linkable to government stuff. But we're going to start this book. I think this book is important.
Yeah.
So you guys have some homework to do. I have homework to do. I want to say thank you to everyone. Andrea, thank you.
Thank you, Donna. Thanks, everybody in the village. Y'all have a great week.
Andrea, don't go nowhere.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.
Oh, Janet's here.